Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Lee and I come from Bukit Matajam, Penang. Right now, I'm staying in Kluang, Johor. And I welcome everyone to my new channel, I always say that word, my new program. Dr. Lee's Method. Grammar Level 1 Revision. Okay? This is based on the 38 days grammar challenge, whereby I printed this book. I published this book actually, and because there are 38 very important chapters inside here, and these 38 chapters will follow a person who is learning English grammar will have to learn all these 38 chapters in every level. 38 chapters altogether. So even if you go to level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and the highest 7, all these 38 chapters will be there, because they are the most important part of grammar, which everyone from primary school to secondary school to college, university, working, being parents, you have to know. It's just like this, what you are seeing here. Do, does. Even when you go to work or you go to university, you still use and you still have to write do, does, do, does. So all these 38 chapters will follow us all the way, from level 1 until the very end, the end of the last stage of grammar learning. You still will come across these 38 chapters. And the 38 days grammar challenge was because I wanted to challenge those who bought this book. I wanted to challenge them, to let them know that they can actually finish this whole book in 38 days. And I believe many of them did. They accepted the challenge. For myself, I accepted the challenge as well. But of course, I could not finish teaching the whole book, 1,324 questions, in 38 lessons. I couldn't do it. Just you have a look at this. This is agreement. This is chapter 16 of this book. I have been doing about 4 videos or more. By the time I finish the whole chapter on agreement, probably 5 or 6 videos. So anyhow, I finished it. I finished the whole book. I uploaded every single night until I finished the whole book. And after that, I thought that, learning once is never enough. There should be revision, there should be a repeat, So I started this, revision course. And of course, this revision course, I follow this book. Every chapter follows this book. But the questions that you see in this book and the questions on the whiteboard are not the same. They are not the same. Okay, so that's the nice thing, because you are actually learning twice. You are learning 2 times. And of course, the most important part of repeating or doing revision is that it helps us to remember better. And in the process, we gain more confidence. So it is always good to keep repeating, to keep doing revision until you find that you are so confident and you are so familiar. That is very important. Okay, and of course, through my grammar revision course, now we are at lesson 16. We have another 22 lessons to go. Of course, it's more than 22 videos, but there is 22 chapters to go before I finish this book. And after that, I will be publishing my book, Dr. Lee's Method, English Grammar Level 2. Okay, so you'll be ready. If you are interested to buy my book Level 2, then when you watch my YouTube channel, you can actually hear me announcing the what you call a manual tracking, whereby I will keep informing you the progress of my book. So when it's eventually printed, then if you want to buy, you can go ahead and buy. Today I'm doing this with you. This is the homework I gave you the last video. Okay, do or does. So remember that there are 7 pronouns in the English grammar. I, you, we, they, he, she, it, 7 altogether. When we use the word do, I, you, we, they, we use do. He, she, it, we use does. Okay, so bearing this in mind, we can have a look at the questions here. I have already underlined they do. She, does she. We must use do. I, we must use do. It, we must use do. You, we must use do. We must use do. He, we must use does. It, we must use does. She, we must use does. They, we must use do. I, we must use do. You, we must use do. Does, we must use, he, we must use does. So the first one, they do not go to work on Sunday. They do. Does she play the piano? She, we must use does. We do not walk to school. We do. I do not like to play football. I do again. It does not eat fish. He, she, it, we use does. Do you enjoy dancing? You, we must use do. We do not watch television. We use do. Does he listen to the radio? He, she, it, we must use does. Does it rain in the evening? It. Again, we use does. She does not eat durians. She, we must use does. Do they live here? Do, we must use, they, we have to use do. I do not work in this office. I do. You do not visit your uncle often. You, we must use do. And lastly, does he like fishing? He, we must use does. Alright, so we have done 14 sentences over here, or questions if you like. And this is another exercise or homework that you have to do, and which we will discuss in the next video. It is the same. We are still at chapter 16, and we are still at agreement. Agreement is a very, very wide course, very big course, and we are still at do and does. Alright, so this is your homework. Just do it, and next lesson we can do correction together. Alright, so remember that be prepared for level 2. And level 1 now, we still have stock. If you want to buy, remember to WhatsApp me 019 7878 299. Alright, just WhatsApp me and I will arrange for level 1 to be sent to your house. And I think I have mentioned, and you know, that I'm still now running 3 online classes. One is on essay writing, another one is on making sentences, and one more is speaking course. 3 online classes, and the subscribers, their children, their relatives or friends join my 3 courses. Before that, I had a grammar course, online grammar course, and now 3 other new courses which are not exactly new. We are going to end soon. We are going to finish quite soon. So once we have finished, I will open new courses. So new online classes or courses. So if you are interested to join, of course you have to WhatsApp to me 019 7878 299. So I recommend, actually, I encourage you to join if you like online classes system. Some people, they cannot study. They say, I cannot study until I see the teacher, or unless I see the teacher. I must look at the teacher's face, then I can study. This is what is happening now. See, we have many online classes in schools, and many students find it hard to stay focused, which I understand as well. I actually understand it's very difficult to stay focused. We need a lot of discipline, and young children or students sometimes find it difficult because they are distracted, you know. So if you are the type who enjoys online classes, then I would recommend you to join make sentences class and speaking class, because make sentences I correct on the spot. I give one word, everybody makes one sentence with that word, and after that I correct for them. I tell them where they go wrong, and others will learn from the mistakes other students make. And one good thing is that always remember that one essay, let us say one sentence you have 7 words. So let us say you make about 30 sentences, or say 50 sentences. You are already writing 350 words of an article, or a letter, or an email, or a presentation, or a report. So actually an essay, or a report, email, or a letter, or a presentation, it all comes from sentences. So if you can make a sentence with 7 words, and you in one course you learn 30 sentences, or say 50 sentences, then you can actually already you can write a presentation, or an email, or a report that long, 350 words, because all these reports and essays, they come from sentences. So I encourage you to join sentences, whereby you start learning how to make sentences correctly, structurally correct, grammatically correct, and the vocabulary is used properly. And of course, speaking is always interesting, because students enjoy speaking. They can just talk, you know, and then they laugh, you know, they feel that they might have said something wrong, so they start laughing. And I laugh, of course. Me as the teacher, I listen, because it's a speaking class. I shouldn't be speaking. They should be speaking. So I allow them to speak. And in the process, they build their confidence. And after some time, they become confident. Once they talk, they start talking in English. And that is wonderful. Okay? And at the end of the course, then I start to correct them. For the beginning, I usually don't do it, because I need them to be confident. Imagine you say something and people keep correcting you. After some time, you just better don't say anything. Or you lose your confidence, because you keep thinking that whatever you say is wrong. So I don't do that. I allow you to speak. Okay? So that's all for this evening. I hope you give me a like, share, and subscribe. And until we meet again the next video, goodbye.